What's up, guys? It's Aaron here. I'm going to go up to Edinburgh Fringe in August for my first show, and I can't wait. But before I do that, I need to preview the show up and down the country. So I've added a bunch of work in progress dates. Manchester's already on sale. Some of the others might be as well by the time this goes out. All the links are going to be in the description. Liam's going to join me for some of them. It's dead small rooms, dead cheap tickets. It's going to be loads of fun. Come down, let's have a laugh. I'll see you there. He's a man of taste. I don't see the problem. Since Star's met you, you've just been like, here's a red flag, and there's no red flag.
Trauma unlocked.
Oh, why?
Trauma unlocked.
You do that.
Is she still there? Make an excuse and leave.
Oh, no, what a pivot! You can't pivot like that!
The story I thought you were going to tell was what happened at the show.
Was that not what happened at the show?
No. My vibes are immaculate today.
Oh, immaculate.
Are so good.
No.
What do you mean?
I'm in a phenomenal mood. You can gaslight me all you want, but I
Aaron being in a good mood scares me. I walk in here and he's singing One Direction at the top of his lungs.
One Direction,
you and I. I've been having a wonderful.
What's happened?
I had a fudge, and I don't know what's happened since, but my energy levels are
sugar rushed.
They're the new Red Bull.
I would go for a chomp over a fudge. Is that what you mean? Like fudge?
You'd go for a chomp over a fudge?
Every day.
Fuck
They're still
that.
15p, aren't they? Don't tell me they're more money than that.
Carry on.
It's not about the price, it's about the work, the effort of eating it. A chomp, that's a fucking jaw ache.
The caramel on a chomp is way better. Does fudge even have caramel?
No, it's got fudge.
No, it's fudge.
I got told sweet and swiftly right there. No, I'm sorry, fudge. I don't know. The consistency is not there for me.
Yeah, it is. It is an acquired taste. Do you know what I mean? It is.
Makes me really inconsistent, to be fair. like as soon as I have one, I'm like up here for about 8 minutes, and then like you're gonna see me slowly dwindle. We'll get about 15 minutes into the pod, and I'm like, so where are you from again?
Chomps are slow release because you'll still be fucking chewing it if you had one of them.
Yeah. It's like, thanks for coming on, though.
Hello.
Appreciate it. So you don't know this. I met Star opening for Ishan.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
that's. There's a bit of a story behind
There is
that.
a bit of a
Did I
story.
tell you the story?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Oh, but I
Should
don't
I tell
know
the
it.
story?
Yeah, you can tell it for sure.
Okay, so right, okay, so beginning. Okay,
Basically, her and Ishan fuck now.
I'm so gay right now. Like, I'm sorry, Ishan.
Because of Ishan.
Like,
Because
you're
of
a
Ishan.
beautiful man, but you turned me so queer. No, so basically, like, I reposted one of Ishan's clips on Instagram. I think it was the curry noodle one. He's already put it out there, so if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry.
Okay, I don't think I know this story then. It's not the one I'm thinking of.
No, okay, so this is how I met Ishan.
Right, got
So
you.
basically, I reposted it. He was like, oh my God, thank you so much. Like, saw that I'd reposted it. And I was like, by the way, I'm going to the Lowry to see you. And that's when I met you. And then, so a few weeks later, I thought I was obviously going to see him for the first time at the show, but it just so happened that we both went to the Comedy Awards, the National Comedy Awards. And oh my days, when I say you get levered at these things, I was 11 out of 10, like smashed, like TikTok, please take me back again. I won't do it again. But you get on a table and there's every alcohol under the sun. I'm used to like vodka. Do you know what I mean? Like this is premium. I was on that table like neck. I wasn't the only drunk person there. I'm just saying that right now. But I was waistman level, top 5%. You know what I mean? Like, anyway. So I bumped into, so I'm a big fan of obviously Have a Word. I'm sure a lot of your followers
Yeah, we had
are
Finn
as
on
well.
after the Comedy Awards. That they
Yeah,
didn't win.
you did. And I bumped into them, and I basically invited myself to this thing because I knew that they were up for the award. Like I said, I'm a massive podcast fan. So that's why I was going. I literally did an audible sigh, like audible loud, no, when Chris and Rosie got announced, and I feel really good for that. I was that drunk. Anyway.
You were that woman that you can hear on the telly. Just like
It was me. Anyway, so I then bump into Ishan a bit later on, and I was like, oh my God, by this time, it's after the awards. Like, it's like about an hour
and
before
you're
we have to
nuclear
go.
level drunk. Yeah.
Like, nuclear. Like, there's a picture of me and Ishan. I'm looking in this direction. Like, one eye to the left, one eye to the right. It's not normal. And basically, like I said, that happened. And then at that moment where I sort of met him and said hello, like, I was gone. I was another person. Like I call myself Rats when I'm that drunk because Star backwards is Rats. I'm not even human anymore. And I just kept saying to him, I need to go home. I need to go home. And he was like, at this point, all of my friends had left me. I was with a load of other TikTokers. And
what a terrible group of friends. By the way, like park the car. That sounds horrific.
That is, to be
sounds
fair.
like a terrible night out. Yeah. Just loads of people like, can I talk to you? No, I'm dancing. Just like
Yeah, and so I was so drunk that basically Ishan had to put me in a hotel. Bear in mind, I don't remember any of this. So I wake up in a random hotel the next day at like 4 a.m. Like, where the fuck am I? The last thing I remember is Ishan
you basically roofied yourself by the sounds of it.
Yeah, basically. And so I thought he'd put me in his hotel room. And he'd gone and stayed with one of his mates or whatever. And obviously I had the beer fear of my life. I was so hungover, got back onto the train afterwards. Bear in mind, by the way, my actual hotel was next door to this one.
That's so funny. You cost him 120 quid.
oh, wait for it. So he messaged me like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I am. Thank you so much. And he was like, yeah, it was quite an expensive night. And I was like, oh yeah. He was like, yeah, that hotel cost £315 for the night. I got in there at midnight and I was gone by 4.
Oh my god.
So I was like, oh my god. He was like, I don't think there's going to be a 300 quid round anytime soon. And I was like, there probably isn't. And I just had to send him 315 quid. So my hotel was 200 quid.
He invoiced you.
I know, but in the nicest way possible as well.
I love how he
skirted around
it. Hey, it was an expensive night. Really expensive night.
No, I did offer to give him credit. Like I said, like if you paid for anything, like
fucking
let me pay
TVZ shut up. Wow, they're taking money off a poor girl. There you go.
Drunk and alone girl, and she's taking money off me.
Terrible.
Yeah, so that was the drama. So I gave him 315 quid, and that's the first time I met Ishan in real life.
Brilliant.
And then I met you guys at
So,
a random bar.
Yeah, the story I thought you were going to tell was what happened at the show.
Was that not what happened at the show?
No.
I thought I told you that story.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
okay.
That's the one I thought you meant.
Look at the fear.
Off the top when you were like,
so this was
told you
unnecessary.
This.
I didn't need to say any of that.
No, but we enjoyed it all the same. Don't worry.
Great.
So Ishan opens his show. He's give it a little plug actually. The show is fucking great, isn't it? And he's just had another show at the Lowry, but in the Keys Theatre, which is double the room that he did previously. So yeah, I think that's on like the 23rd of June or something like that. So definitely check it out. But he opens the show without giving too much away by asking an audience member.
This is painful.
What his favourite racism is. Now I'm going to let you guess what this man said.
If you guess it, I will give you my fucking car. You are not guessing this.
I don't think I can say it. I'm not going to say anything.
Nothing that's come to your head. I swear to God, mate. He went, what's your favourite racism to this guy in the front? And the guy said dwarf. But get on this.
I'm crying.
Ask Star who she was sat next to.
So there was a little person next to me at the bar saying that they were going into the show. And they were like, what show? And it was like Ishan's show. So at that moment in time, oh my Lord.
So he said that. And this...
And the funniest thing was, Ishan was like, no one's ever answered the question.
Yeah. I've opened for him 3 times now, and I've seen the show 3 times, and only once has anyone ever gave an answer, and it was not accurate at all. That's an ableism. Straight away. That's your problem number 1. Secondly, don't answer.
I mean, he's upset the least amount of people. Do you know what I mean? If he was rolling the dice and going for something abusive, he's upset the least amount of people.
Yeah, but also, like, completely...
In the room, man.
Yeah, but completely involuntarily, because it doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
No sense. I could feel his like nervousness after that though, because that was quite early on in the show, and he was just like this the whole time afterwards.
Yeah, well, you would be. Yeah, he's like, he doesn't know who else is in the room. He knows there's an interval.
Yeah.
What the fuck's gonna happen to
for
me?
Sure. So that was a fun time, and then we went on a night out afterwards, and then we bumped into Star in the bar, and that's when she told us there was a little person. Are you like, what's the etiquette? Is it little person?
I think it is little person.
Because I feel like that's
not a
work.
professional with like disabilities, but I think it's little person. I think that's what is like the good thing.
Because I think what it is dwarfism's like a condition, isn't it? And I think you can be a little person and not be a dwarf because you don't have dwarfism.
Right, yeah.
Right.
So I think that's where the distinction is.
I didn't ask her, to be fair. Maybe I should have clarified. But,
yeah, that's a good point. Have you seen the change? They're not called midget gems anymore.
What are they called?
They're called mini gems. I'm not even making that up. I saw it like 2 days ago.
What's happening?
That's crazy. Yeah, the world's...
I was going to say, what did they brainstorm for that? But you're not even allowed to say that now, yeah?
You can't, can you? It's a mind map.
Are you not allowed to say brainstorm?
It's a mind map.
Why? I don't even know why.
Apparently it's something to do with epilepsy.
What?
Like a brainstorm, something. I don't know.
Wild.
Yeah, the
To
world.
be fair, whenever I see a brainstorm, I just think of a green needle. It's a very niche reference there. You don't think you get it? Do you?
No, straight over my head.
Yeah, don't worry. Do you get it?
No, I just.
No, you
laughed.
just laughed anyway. I appreciate that though. That's all this pod is. No, there was like a thing that went viral ages ago where it plays a little, essentially just a 3-second voice note type thing, and if no matter what word you think of, you'll hear that word.
Oh, like Yanni and that.
Yeah,
That one, yeah.
Yanni and
Oh,
that.
right.
Yeah, the best one was Rihanna. What's the song? Because I'm a paper chaser. Just to live your life, because I'm a paper chaser. See what I just did there? Sounded exactly like Rihanna.
Yeah.
Now, if you listen to the song and you like think, because I'm a big fucking slut, that's what you'll hear.
Really?
Yeah, genuinely.
actually work?
God,
It works.
really?
I mean, it might be effort, but if you could pull it up and play it, fuck monetization.
I was
We're
going to
only,
say the copyright.
we're only making fucking fudge money anyway.
Thank you, Oscar.
I'm still cutting it though because I want that fudge. What's the song?
Live
Your Life.
Live Your Life. And I don't think it's Rihanna. I think she's just a feature artist.
T.I. Right, here we go.
And yeah, just skip to the chorus, because I'm a big fucking slut.
Have you had me on there?
That's so
Swear
funny.
God.
What?
That's
mad.
so
It's mad,
funny.
That's fucked me up. That.
It's mad. It's like it's you're anticipating it to say that.
For the people watching on YouTube, I can leave it in the audio. But for the people watching on YouTube, it sounded exactly like what Liam said. Fucking hell! It's like that Peter Kay like misheard song lyrics though, bit, and I can't I cannot hear. What's the song about Alicia Keys, New York? Is it?
Yeah.
What's it called? The song?
I think it is called New York.
Yeah.
No, Empire State of Mind. I
that's-
cannot
sorry.
unhear. What? How's it go? Wet Dream Tomato or something like that. I fucking. Do you know what I mean though?
No,
I know what you
like,
mean,
it's
but I don't
like
remember.
Fall Out Boy, they're saying it's an arms race. It sounds like arseface. Like it's just if you're
Brilliant.
anticipating it to
Yeah.
say.
But
that,
I can't
that's what
with
it'll
the
sound
Empire
like.
State of Mind. When I forget the lyrics now, my mind's gone blank. But I can't hear anything other than that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because with that, I can hear I'm a paper chaser if I want to.
Yeah.
You can
But,
literally
I
have.
can't hear anything other than Concrete
swap
Jungle, Wet
between
Dream
them.
Tomato. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what
I can't hear anything
That's
other
what
than
it is,
that.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Anyway, I did a terrific gig on Saturday.
Well, tooting his own
Is that
horn.
the one that I was at?
No,
Oh.
we met 4 weeks ago.
I've got no sense
like
of time and
2-3
space.
weeks
I'm a
ago.
TikToker, fuck's sake. I don't have a real job.
Do you like speak in only like TikTok?
Yeah.
like
No.
phrases? Like when you're walking down the street, are you just like it's just like there's constantly just like roadblocks just on the bottom of it, like just a Minecraft thing.
Literally, that's my life.
Someone's playing like Subway Surfers, like that's all you can see when you're walking down the street.
Do you ever get called out for like use? Like I started saying fire a lot after hanging out with Aaron and being a man in my 30s. Like I had family members who had to go stop.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are? Just
No,
stop
to be
doing
fair,
it.
I don't really get that. I feel like I've had the same slang forever, and I get called out for that because it's like old school, and I'm 33 now. Thank you.
You're
Yes, I know.
33?
Yes, I anticipated it already.
Did it alter your brain chemistry when I said that?
If you'd have been like, yeah, fair, I'd be like, what? But no, I'm still saying slang from when I was at school, and I'm like, I don't, you know what? I don't really do the whole TikTok thing. Like, I do my videos, and I'm like, close. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
really like see anything outside of myself.
I'm the same, to be fair.
Yeah. So no, I actually don't know much about TikTok in general, to be honest. Like anyone younger than 30, I don't see them on TikTok.
Well,
So there's 4 other people.
well, the reason I bring up the gig, it was for a stag party.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like it's not good. It's not good.
So when I
start.
say a terrific gig, it's for all the wrong reasons. But I had
Okay.
a wonderful time.
Okay.
So, funnily enough, doing my solo show in Landud now. Obviously, you're going to be there, opening up and stuff. For the same guy, he messaged me, and he goes, "I've got a stag party. Here's my budget. Can I get an act?" And I was like, at that price, absolutely fucking not. No, like it's considered a private event, and if you want somebody that's going to be
It was
decent,
just for a stag do.
yeah.
Fuck me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you meant there was like a stag do in, not the entire gig
It
was a stag
for
do.
a stag party.
What
Right. So
the
he goes, "I
fuck?
want 2 acts doing 15 minutes each. Will this budget cover it?" And I said, "Absolutely fucking not. You will get 2 of the worst on a Saturday night. No."
Yeah.
So he altered
Hazard
the
pay?
budget. Huh?
Hazard pay?
That's it. Yeah. So he altered the budget, and he said, "How about this?" And I said, "You'd get 1 act for that." And I just had a gig pulled, so I was just like, "I'll do it. Like, why not? I've got nothing in. It's 4 days away from Saturday, so I'm probably not going to get anything in at that last minute. I'll just do it. Whole time I'm like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I've got down. It was 12 of the most civilized, tragic men I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
What was the age range? Was it
30 to 60.
Oh, okay.
So quite wide. They had like the father-in-law there.
Hi, guys.
Is this like a
Mate,
second
the
marriage?
stag had running shoes on. The stag had running shoes on. They'd gone to Llandudno for the weekend. They'd gone and done that Zip World Velocity. Do you know
It
the one
says a
we
lot
talked
about me that I actually don't know what the issue is. I'm like, what's the problem with that?
Well, I was expecting like the rowdiest bellends. Like I was expecting to go on and just do fucking crowd control for 20 minutes and just like responding to heckles and stuff like that. I went by 15 minutes into my set. I was like, I want some rowdiness here. They were so bleak. They were watching magic. The guy that booked me is like a magician, and they were doing like fucking close-up magic and stuff. I was starting applause breaks for him because they were just not fucking there, mate. Like they just weren't bothered at all with any of it. Like no.
They weren't.
One of them ordered alcohol-free beer because I was stood with the barmaid chatting to her and stuff, and she goes, "Yeah, like we thought they were going to be like hectic. We ended up buying in more beer, knowing that they were coming down, and two of them have just ordered a J2O, and one's ordered alcohol-free beer."
Well, no one. I mean, the fact they're going to a magic show should have given that away, really, shouldn't it?
I guess, but like,
Can't wait to see that bunny get pulled out the hat, lad.
Yeah.
Fucking
But,
orange
like-
and passion fruit, please, love.
Yeah, it was just they had like bar snacks on this. I was eating pretzels around the time of my life, and then I went on. But then they just fucking pretty much stared at me for like 20 minutes,
lad.
and then I was wrapping up, and they started shouting for more, and I was like, "Sure, whatever." And I did like 5 minutes more, so I guess I got an encore because I was about to get off, but like so undeserved. Do you know what I mean? I just
That's
insulted-
even worse. I'd rather they'd heckle me and like it be
That's
a battle
it.
and
Yeah.
I gotta
That's
win them over. And
That's it. I was saying to the stag, like, you should be tied naked to a lamppost right now. You've got off so easy. Like the worst. They drew a mustache on his face. This is what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with. They drew just a little Sharpie, just a mustache on his face, and that was the extent of these like.
Did he have a mustache
Hounded.
to hide the Sharpie mustache, or
No,
was he
that-
actually clean
that would
shaven?
be
That's what I
terrible.
mean. Like,
I think it makes it worse that there was only 12 of them. Like, if there was
Yeah.
more, I think it would have been made that better because
But they were all like IT. They all worked in IT because I was just doing a lot of crowd work and stuff. So I was like, "What do you do?" And he was like an engineer. I work in IT. One of them was a uni lecturer, and that was the extent of how
yeah.
crazy they got. Do you know what I mean? I was like,
they were definitely going on a hike in the morning. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, that's what. For legit, they were in Llandudno. They'd gone zip lining like the same fucking day.
No, that's sick though.
That is sick, yeah. That's what I was giving them props for that. But then after the zip line, you go and do something else. You don't go and sit and watch a magic show.
Oh, I'm knackered after that zip line.
Yeah, not from lying there.
You got any card tricks?
It was just, oh man, it was so bleak. It was better than I expected, but that's not really, a compliment because I was expecting the worst thing in the world. Do you know what I mean?
I'm judging them.
A bit like when I opened for Ishan, what you were expecting, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Better than you
yeah.
expected,
I
but you
was-
weren't expecting
yeah.
anything. So,
Yeah. To be
it's so
fair,
bleak.
you were very good at Ishan though. Like I've seen some
thanks.
fucking shit. Like
Name them right
I was
now.
going to say you didn't have
I've
to
got
bring
one
it
in
up.
my head, but I genuinely can't remember his name. Bless his heart, he must have been like, it seemed like, because I go and see like quite a lot of comedy for someone who isn't a comedian at all.
Because I thought you did stand up or something, or like Joe's a roundabout way. Because one of you came over.
To be
and-
fair, like I started listening to the pod properly with you guys, and I was like, they don't know that I'm not a comedian. They think I'm a stand-up comedian. That's why.
No, I knew from
Or
that
it was
chatting to
that,
you
or
and
you were
stuff.
trying to get the diversity quota in. She's mixed race, she's female,
like-
and she's gay.
I'm like that with a piece of paper whenever he sends me.
I've got
names.
6 months of white males after this. Sorted.
Yeah, it's great because before you leave, we're going to break your leg and then you're disabled too. So
Oh, God, done. We've got a year worth. Fucking hell. Yeah, no, I can't remember his name. I accidentally saw him twice, basically. He was at 2 different gigs doing the same material. And, like, what made it worse is the first time I saw him, like, there was a few that got, like, a little bit of a, like I'll give it, like, maybe a 5 out of 10, but the rest was, like, dead. He did exactly the same set on it. It was something where Danny Mac was headlining, but it got nothing the whole time. And I was like, you really need to, like, tune this up sort of thing. So that's what I was
it
expecting.
happens though.
Yeah, it happens.
Like
it
I
happens.
like I say, that stag weren't feeling me. Do you know what I mean? It happens.
Yeah. But no, obviously you expect the level to be a lot lower, shall we say?
Yeah.
And you were very, very good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Opening for Ishan's quite, I don't want to say easy and sound like a knobhead, but like as far as tour support goes, usually it's quite tough. Like I did a lot for Tom Stade and stuff, and he just sends you on, and they're not expecting you. Like Isham will do a lot of plugging. Hey, I'm going to be on at 8. My support act goes on at 7:30. He'll let them know ahead of time that there's a support act.
He strikes me as someone who's like, I've not been to just one of Ishan's like solo gigs, but he strikes me as someone who has like a sound audience as well.
Yeah, just so sound. And he goes on, he does like 5 minutes, so they've seen him, they appreciate him and stuff, and he'll get them sort of a little bit warmed up, so it feels like you're just opening any other gig. So yeah, he does make it easy for you and stuff. And
it seemed like everyone was like ace. I've only been to that one solo gig of his, and everyone seemed like on point in there in the crowd, bar the guy who said dwarf.
It made it worse that guy was the biggest guy in the world. Like I couldn't quite, because Isham walked out and went, "Holy shit, you're massive. You're so big." And I was just like, you hear that and you just think, oh, it's just a fat bloke on the front. No, this guy was enormous. And do you know my celebrity crush bit? I said to his missus, "Who's your celebrity crush?" And she said The Rock. I was like, checks out. He was fucking enormous. He sat on the front row. The audacity. Just blocking everyone's view. Terrible.
It was sold out as well. The person behind him must have been like, you
fuming. Absolutely fuming.
It's nothing worse though, is it, when you get some big head fuck sit in front of you when you're trying to watch something? Yeah. Especially in like a theatre that's not like, was it like tiered or was it like flat?
Yeah, to be fair,
it was, but I think the first couple of
they're all flat at the front.
They're all flat, yeah.
Yeah, you get a sore neck fucking trying to watch it between everyone's heads. I'm going to take a swift left turn here. I'm really sorry. I feel like I need to just address it. But what car do you drive, Star?
Oh, the shit one outside. Have you seen it?
No, is it shit?
What is it? What is it?
What is it?
It's a Fiat Punto.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
Oh, why? What have you done? What have you done?
I don't know. You didn't have to say
No, but it was on my mind the whole time.
Wait,
like,
what was it?
So I'm getting old, Star.
Where is this going? I've got no clue.
I've got the weakest bladder. Like my bladder's just gone.
And you need me to give you a lift?
So weak.
No. I don't get it.
So you do this thing where you frame every story terribly. You don't sound that bad in the story, but she's shitting herself right now.
I'm like, where do you want me to take you?
and I drove in from Liverpool. And just fucking every record on the way, I'm desperate for a piss by the time I get here. And on the way back, I'm desperate for a piss by the time I get home. And I was fucking bombing it, like 20 minutes of the journey left. And I'm like, I'm gonna piss. Like, it's all I can think about. I'm trying to distract myself. I'm breathing. I'm doing like yoga breathing, going.
Grabbing your nipples, the Joe McGrath effect.
Come on, McGrath. Just trying to focus. And I had to like pull up just like at the top, and there was someone like parked in a nice car. I thought, TikTok money might be in. And I just knew
there was that creator fun.
And I just knew it was like I knew there was a corner right there, and I just pulled up, not even in a space, got out the car, legged it out the car when my pants were already undone, and just started pissing in the street. I hadn't even got to like the corner, and then I realised there was someone in the car, and the lights were on. Okay, all right. and I was just like, what if that's Star? What if that's Star?
I wish it wasn't. What do I?
And then when you walked in, I was like, is she going to say anything about it?
No,
like, was it Star? Because I didn't see.
I would have said it before the pod even started recording if that's you. I wouldn't have been able to bottle it up.
And I thought, in this jumper, I'm not like, do you know what I mean, blended.
Imagine we said, oh, thanks for coming on, Star, right at the end. And she was like, yeah, it's really nice to see Liam, to be honest. Not with his cock out. And then we just cut.
Son, what's 3 things you hate?
Button mushrooms, pissing in streets, and people that they're not aware of the surroundings whatsoever.
I was aware of the surroundings, but I had no choice.
Yeah, you didn't care.
Yeah, it's gone so bad. I've started carrying an empty Mackey's cup in my car.
Oh man!
I went into a Mackey's and I asked for an empty cup, and they looked at me like I had two heads. Yeah, exactly, because I tried to.
Yeah, but they fall to bits after a little while. Like, I sometimes have like, I'll leave a little bit in the bottom and then it stays in my car for 4 days.
Yeah, when I come to get it, it's like with piss, lad.
Yeah, I can start. Imagine.
It was just for emergencies, because the other day, like we had a day record, and I was rushing home to get Rebecca back, pick Rebecca up from work, and I got to her work, and she was out like in the yard on the forks, and my missus is solid, and I drive in, I roll the window down, she pulls up to like talk to me, and I'm like, I can't talk, I need to piss, and she's like, you come inside, and I'm like, I've got my Crocs on, I don't want to go in. Do you know what I mean? I don't want you to be like judged as having the husband with Crocs. So I just
since Star's met you, you've just been like, here's a red flag, and there's another red flag. Do you want another red flag? There's a red flag. Take a red flag. Everyone gets one.
But
4 for you, Star.
Any more? Keep them coming.
I had an empty water bottle on me, and I tried to piss in it, and it was so embarrassing. I don't have the hang. I don't have the hang. It's a physics thing. I was even at one point I had the bottle upside down. I was like, this isn't gonna work well.
Upside down?
Yeah, well I couldn't.
Facing up?
I've never done it before, so I was just trying to figure
I'm
out.
confused.
Did you have a boner while trying to piss into
No, that's the problem. I had no length. it retreated inside me. I was that fucking worried about the situation.
Wait, weren't you like next to a toilet at this point because you got out of the car?
No, I didn't get out. I pulled over.
Okay, fine.
I pulled over.
No wonder you're struggling for fucking mast. How are you trying to... You sat down in your car.
Exactly.
In the lounge position like that.
Yeah, trying to just like, in the end, I had to kind of like worm it. And then I had to tip touch to the fucking bottle, and I was doing it, but I was like, oh, like I was on a knife's edge the whole time, and then it was like only half a piss, and it was dead weird.
Surely, though, all this time it's taken to put it into the bottle, you could have gone upstairs. No?
No, there's no upstairs. It's downstairs actually, which is easier. Yeah, I thought it would be. I'm questioning my own logic that I'm saying it outside.
The efficiency sounds off here.
It was, and I was so embarrassed about wearing Crocs, and I was not embarrassed about having me tiny knob out in the fucking yard in my car, sat in the upright position.
You're
10 out of 10.
a horrific person.
And I didn't even have to volunteer any of this information.
That's all he ever does. Yeah. If you start listening to the pod, you'll just realise that Liam goes, oh, I don't know if I can tell this story, then has to tell it, but then never needed to, and it's always harrowing.
I know, this is
absolutely
harrowing.
What's that harrowing?
No, but like a lot of your stories
like
have
6
been.
out of 10, maybe. It depends what you add on for the rest of like the Crocs make it a mild 7.
Yeah.
They add to it because if the police saw me, I'd have less of an excuse for the intentions, wouldn't I? They're like, he's up to something. Him. Yeah. Camouflage as well, them Crocs.
Florida man caught pissing in Crocs.
Caught wiggling his worm in a fucking builder's yard. Yeah, embarrassing stuff.
We've got merch. Finally, we've got merch.
We've been talking about doing this for ages, and we've finally made it happen. We've got our own online store at spreadnegativitypod.com. We're selling t-shirts with logos. We're selling queefs. Whatever you want, we've got it.
We're selling queefs in a jar if you want one. We've got beanies, mugs, phone cases, loads of stuff like that, so check it out. But if you do order something, and I cannot stress this enough, order one size up. I'm a large to extra large in most things. I've got a 2XL in this. Liam, you'll notice, doesn't even have a hoodie yet because they're still making his out of a bed sheet, right? Proper nightmare stuff.
Check us out, spreadnegativitypod.com. If there's anything that you want and you don't see, let us know. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, we'll sort it out. And we will get better at these adverts as time goes on. Features? Another feature?
Bring it on.
Sweet. Okay, so this one's been sent in by a listener. She's called Lauren Smith, and the subject just says Bumble Disaster.
Right, as an old fuck, what's Bumble?
Tinder, but the woman has to message first. So
that one. Yeah,
it kind of eliminates the threat of lunatic men sending a dick pic immediately.
It doesn't.
No,
From personal experience.
Kind of. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying totally. It absolutely does not get rid of it, but there's just women have a little bit more control. Do you know what I mean? They send the first message, and if you can't message them at all until they message you. So it says Bumble Disaster. It's not that funny, more of a cringe fest, but I thought I had to share this abomination somewhere. If I had to enjoy it, then everyone else has to hear about it, so please enjoy. Matched with a lad on Bumble, seemed like a cool guy, the banter flowing until it was time to actually meet him. I should have known it would not go well, seeing as he decided to tell me he was going to veet his balls before seeing me.
Veet?
Veet.
As in like imac? Like
that's old school,
my age. Oh my god!
Yeah, do you still call what do they call Starburst? You call them Opal fruits as well, do you?
No, I'm not that old. Give me some slack. It's like calling the Snickers a marathon. No, it's like, isn't it like the shape, like the cream that you put on, and it just makes your hair fall off?
Yeah.
I've got experience with it.
His balls.
I told him this would not be a good idea because it'll burn like fuck. Anyways, fast forward to turning up to his place. He tries snogging my face off as soon as he comes to the door. But anyways, the dumb bitch that I am still decided to go inside. I wanted to point out these are her words, not mine. So far, I'm not calling her a dumb bitch. I will later, but like not currently.
I've got so many questions already, but I know that you've got. I'll let you tell the story first.
No, it's all right. He has a room in a shared house which had a bed, TV, and wardrobe. He decided to tell me he'd been shopping that day and proceeded to show me every item in his wardrobe and what he paid for it.
Wait, he'd been shopping for all of his clothes that day. Like he had nothing.
He got out of prison 7 hours ago. Bought some Veet. Went on a shopping trip and just thought he'd have a shag to cut the night off. What a man. What a man. Now in my head, I'm already thinking, get me the absolute fuck out of here. But I stayed anyway, and he puts the newest Minions movie on at the time to set the mood, as he hadn't seen it yet.
Rise a group, banger.
Says this guy is 32 years old. He's a man of taste. I don't see the problem. Anyways,
he called it a Mac as well. Huh? He probably called it a Mac as well.
Anyways, fast forward, goes to get down to the nasty, and he stopped dead still halfway through and decides to tell me that he is a virgin.
Because you're watching Minions, lad.
I was like, silence.
When he had finished whatever the fuck he was doing, he told me that he wasn't a virgin, and it was a front to disguise how bad he was in bed.
Oh, play that game.
Oh my God, this guy's got this is like 7 personalities in one guy. You can tell. This is a movie. This is
that wasn't me,
special.
that was Patricia.
Every personality has the smoothest balls notes.
I feel like that's an ad for Imac right now.
There's not one of his personalities that doesn't love group. That's it.
His dick probably looked like a minion.
Yeah. Oh. You'd think it would end there, but no. By this point, he's in complete agony because his balls were burning. He shows me because he'd veted them before my arrival. So now I'm like, okay, please get me the fuck out of here. I need to get out of here. But he then asked me if I've eaten yet. So I'm thinking, oh, how considerate of him. I hadn't eaten, so he asked if I can.
What a pivot! You can't pivot like that! Me balls are on fire. Do you fancy a Subway? Like, you can't fucking pivot like that! What are you doing? Is my foot finished at this point? Is it
my
still
foot
on?
long's burning. Let's go get you one now, girl. You know what I mean?
Oh, my Lord.
I hadn't eaten, so he asked, can I drive him to the Tesco up the road?
Wait, he wants
a meal deal! He wants a meal deal! Go spend all my fucking money on clothes today! I want a free meal deal!
We go to Tesco, and the whole time he's complaining about my driving and parking skills, full on shouting at me in the car park, despite the fact he doesn't drive himself. I just picked up a meal deal because I wanted to make a quick exit. He gets one as well, and some cream for his burning balls, amongst other things. He only pays for his own stuff at the checkout and uses my club card for discount. Now I want to go home, but he gets me to come back inside. How? How did he do that?
Is she still there? Make an excuse and leave.
Yeah.
Why did she go in the first place? It's open and where's it? I'm beating me balls, girl. Like, why did you go?
Now I want to go home, but he gets me to come back inside, where he proceeds to strip off on his bed and cream up his balls. I had to sit and watch him cream up his balls whilst eating his meal deal.
What's she still doing there?
He's got a flannel like a bowling ball. Watching Minions.
I'm imagining her like sitting on the corner of the bed, like watching this happen.
And a sausage and egg trio to the side. Fucking.
Eating her prawn mayonnaise sandwich. Like, what are you doing?
What the fuck? Hold on, question. Sorry, I had to cut you off.
That's fine.
Meal deal, 3 for 2. Drinks are liquid. Do you reckon if you swerve the drink, you can get the cream on the 3 for 2?
I doubt it, to be honest.
All right, just asking for a friend. Continue.
Aye, mate. What it is, right? I'm going home and I've got cordial there. So can I get E45 instead of the Fanta? Would that be fine? You fucking idiot.
Asking for a friend.
Just in case you're ever in that position. Oh, to be fair, scrape the mayo off. Same thing. So, where was I up to? Well, he proceeds to
She
strip
just
off.
come back in.
Yes.
She's there watching him cream his balls.
Yeah. I had to sit and watch him cream up his balls whilst eating his meal deal. I mean, sandwich one hand, cream and balls in the other, whilst laying naked on his bed, finishing watching his Minions movie. How are you naked again?
Is she naked? I'm imagining her fully clothed.
No, she says, well, naked on the bed, finishing watching the Minions movie.
How's Minions still on? Isn't it an hour and a half?
Yeah, this has got a 90-minute runtime.
This is painful.
This guy had the audacity to message me a week later wanting to meet up again as he had such a great time beforehand. It is safe to say I never spoke to him again. Lauren.
How?
Right. Sorry to interrupt, Star, but I know you should never victim blame, but fuck me.
Yeah, that's where my brain went as well. Like, I don't want to put it on you, but like, you had so many opportunities.
She's
Leave
arrived.
him in Tesco. Be gone. Run. It's your car.
That you can't drive, apparently.
How much of a cliffhanger was Minions on where she was like, I've got to see this through?
Yeah,
like, I'm starving, but I need to get back. Yeah. Like, she's got there. He's opened the door and just wheeled a fucking basket of red flags right onto her fucking...
It's just been like, cool.
And she's gone, yeah, no worries. Like, let's actually go through it. What's actually happened here? He's 32. Lives in a shared house.
He clearly had no
Minions.
clothes before this.
Yeah, he had no clothes 6 hours ago. Minions. I actually
Smooth
rate that,
balls.
to be fair.
I don't mind Minions, but it's not first shag quality. Come on.
Yeah,
No,
wait till
I guess
Shag
not,
3
no.
before
Yeah,
you bust out
exactly.
the illumination animations.
Yeah, that's fair. He had a meal deals for his tea. I actually rate that as well, to be fair.
I need to know what the meal deal was, to be fair. Like, for further judgment. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
a
if he's got a
sandwich choice.
just ham and a packet of ready salted and a
Just
Varsa,
ham.
He hasn't even got crisps. He's got boiled eggs, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got a boiled egg. Yeah.
Yeah, he's shagging, isn't he? He needs to
Got to keep up the
repair.
energy. Yeah, he got a grenade bar as well. He took some Velveeta's back. And he veted his balls before the date. To be fair, he's just taking care of himself. I'm
went from
doing a
zero-
180. I think,
I was going to say, that changed.
this guy's a G. I don't see the issue.
No.
He's a good bloke. He bought some new clothes because he had his date. He was watching the Minions. What a man of culture. Meal deal for his tea. Veted his balls.
Can't drive.
Can't
And
drive.
had a
Yeah,
go
but
at
then
her
there's no
for not
chance of
being-
him killing someone in road rage, is there? That's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's always like a good.
Yeah.
That's a good quality
That's
to have
the
in a
rea-
first
that's the
date.
reason I
He's not
swipe
going to
right.
murder anyone accidentally. Yeah, and he's smooth.
He's so smooth.
And his choice in cartoons is
Can you decide?
impeccable.
If he imagine if Lauren, for whatever reason, had to report this guy to the police. Can you describe him? The fucking baldest balls I've ever seen in my life. Like talking like 8-year-old boy level dick. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I thought Star had seen when she pulled up.
Yeah.
Can I just say though, right? Imagine this entire scenario, same scenario, everything happens the same. But if you substitute Minions for Toy Story 2,
Have you done a 180 as well, just with Toy Story 2?
Toy Story 2 is a sick film. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I would view him differently. It's because shaving his balls, veting his balls. I mean, it's a bit forward, but she's still gone with that knowledge. Do you know what I mean? And she's been like, that sound. Putting the Minions on after the fucking walk through the Argos catalogue or whatever the fuck he's just bought in the house, putting the Minions on, I think, is the oddest step.
Yeah.
Like,
It is.
Yeah.
yeah, I'd put on Confessions by Usher, first date.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Romance. What are you on about putting the Minions
Y2K
on?
music videos. Done.
Yeah, but when they had money put into it.
Okay, what's the worst film that you can watch then on a first date? Because
Rugrats.
Rugrats.
No.
Toy Story 2 would be a belter, to be fair.
Trauma Unlocked.
Oh,
I don't know
why?
what that-
Trauma Unlocked.
I thought that was the film.
It's just
Patrick Scorsese. Patrick Scorsese, is that I think Patrick Swayze I'm thinking of.
Patrick Scorsese.
Who's the Scorsese fella?
Martin, he's the director.
Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, he's the director, yeah.
I'm crying.
Is that actually his name?
Yeah,
Patrick
yeah.
Scorsese.
Patrick
Loved him in
Swayze.
Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, like every now and then I'll just have a Trauma Unlocked on the podcast. It's a recurring theme.
We need a soundbite for that on the
Trauma Unlocked. No, I just we talked about we went on Mild High Club recently, and we talked about not having game, like how I just have never had any game, and like not long before I met my missus, I did just get on. Like, I think it was Plenty of Fish and Tinder had just come out. They're the only experience I had with the apps, and it wasn't much because I had a shit profile, shit pictures, shit description.
Well, they were of you, so you weren't going to get very far, were you?
But he's right. I got nothing on there. Nothing, right? But someone did message me on it, and it was a girl that I'd went to like secondary school with, and she was sound, to be fair, and she just like, this is going to sound really bad, and if you're watching this, I hope I don't sound like a dickhead. But you were looking great. But in school, she was a very big girl, and she
That's
just
not offensive to
she
say.
just
That's
had a glow up.
Yeah,
You know what I
she
mean?
knew,
She was-
so she sorted
Yeah.
herself out. Good on her.
She
Yeah,
was
that's
looking
not
great.
offensive.
She did and she invited me round to hers first date to go round to hers, and I go, and it was like an empty house. There was no one there, and
Just started getting her dresses out of the wardrobe. Look, Liam.
Yeah, I was like Minions on in the background.
I was looking around the room, and she had like like a DVD library, and I was just looking through the films, and I was like,
DVD library. When was this?
You're so old.
this was.
I'm older than him. Stop.
But like
This isn't fair.
DVD, yeah, but you've not said DVD library, so you're not. Do you know what I mean?
So I met me missus 2015. This will have been about 2014. Yeah, so she had like quite a vast DVD collection by that point. You know what I mean? And I'm
Hit me
looking.
with some.
Well,
Throw some names
there's
out.
only one that sticks with me because it's
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, I've never seen E.T. before, and I literally sat there and just watched E.T. for the very first time in complete silence, sat next to this girl
Oh, that's so school disco.
Not knowing whether, it was so school disco. Not knowing whether there was a move to be made, whether she was into me. I was just like so insecure and stuff. I was like, she's not even into me.
Did you not even like elbow to elbow or nothing?
Nothing, just sat with like a gap.
I bet she was so uncomfortable like the whole time because she was expecting something to happen.
Yeah.
Fucking phone a taxi more like for this cunt. Get him at my house.
Well, I need to know what exactly happened when that film ended though. Was it just like sustained silence?
It was just
like when you're in the cinema. Like you were in the cinema, you got up, started getting all your belongings and just fucked up.
My toes are cold inside my trainers right now.
I've not seen the film since, and I don't think I ever will again. I still don't know whether she was interested or not.
I doubt it.
What?
I once put Madagascar on not on a first date, but like while things were pretty new. I think I've told you this before because I can quote the film like word for word. Like I'm super autistic, and it was like my comfort film when I was a kid, and I just know all the words to it.
To be fair,
Like,
that's a good film.
It's a fire film, mate.
Like if you'd said something
So
shit,
good.
I'd have been like,
It's got to get going. It's such a good movie, man. It's my go-to. What a movie. Fucking David Schwimmer voicing the zebra at his best, mate.
I don't have the heart to tell you. I think it's shit.
Not David. He don't vote the zebra. So he voices the giraffe.
The giraffe. Yeah.
Forgive me.
Chris Rock's the zebra, isn't he?
Yeah.
So that's all I know about it. Really.
I haven't seen this film in a while. You guys, carry on, go for it.
Yeah,
Walk
we're just
over
going to
there,
reenact it
stand
now.
over
between the
there,
two of
walk
us.
back over here. It's such a good movie. I love it, man.
Have you got any
Shout out
horrible first
Madagascar.
dates?
Yeah, I actually started. Oh my god!
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I just laughed at the shout out Madagascar. Big up DreamWorks. We're repping you. We know you need the advertisement. Disney's fucking taking the lead, but big up, shout out Madagascar. Sorry.
We do that a lot on here. Give a shout out to like something that doesn't need us whatsoever. We'll be like, shout out Coca-Cola.
I'm sorry, but
Love everything that you've done.
it's funny as well. When did Madagascar come out? It's on like level 17 now or something, and it's like there's fucking millions of them.
I've only actually seen like the first two. The other ones can get fucked, mate. Or like the Escape to Africa.
I felt that. You meant that.
It dropped off after Escape to Africa.
Madagascar jumped the shark. It's talking animals.
Well, it got too unrealistic. Sorry. Bad dating stories. Have you got any?
Yeah,
Was this you? Did you send this in under a false name?
Yeah, it was me. It was literally me. No, yeah, I've got loads of terrible dating stories. There's so many. Let me try and think of. So there's one where they actually it's me that's the issue. I'm the problem. It's me. Basically, standard stars drunk and end up on a date with a guy who ended up being my boyfriend in the end after this. I don't know how. Yeah, went on a date and basically we'd pre-decided. So I worked with him, so I already knew him quite well. We'd pre-decided that I would stay at his. So we get quite drunk. The last train is at 10. We realise it's like 10:15. We run to Piccadilly Station, Manchester, get there, jump on the train. As we jump on the train, the ticket man comes along. I realise that the ticket hasn't gone through and I can't buy it now because my Wi-Fi's gone. So I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm just trying to get my ticket. And he was like, but I was like, by the way, I really need the toilet. Is it all right if I come back after going to the toilet and you can check my ticket on the way back, thinking that I could just pay for it when I go to the toilet? He was like, yeah, don't worry, do that. I went to the toilet. I am fucked, by the way. All of the stories start like this, apparently. So I walk like 2 carriages down to go to the toilet. I open the door, swings open, I shut the door. I literally sat on the toilet with my eyes closed because I'm so fucked, like swaying. Like, I kid you not, I finished my piss. I open my eyes and the door is open. And the carriage is full. And literally, I've been on the toilet, like, swaying. This is at nighttime as well, so I could see people looking at me, but, like, not being that, like, asked to tell me. I'm still fucked. It gets worse. I'm still fucked. My first thought process isn't to pull up my trousers and, like, try and shut the door or, like, go out. I hobbled with my vag full out, like knickers on the floor, full out. And I'm pressing the button like this because I'm still drunk and the door's going...
Oh my god!
Swinging open, swinging, literally like what? And I was like, "What is happening? What is happening?" I kid you not, it was 10 seconds before I realised pull up your trousers. Like I hobbled over, I'd done this, and then it was. So I was like, everyone's looking at me, and I just kind of like stood there, absorbed this information. I see the ticket guy look at me and like walk off back where he came from. I go down, he'd gone to the guy who was like, "Your girl's got her ass out on the train. I think we need to do something." This is our first date. So I was like, oh my God. And then I just said to him, like, I don't have my ticket. I'm so sorry. And he was like, just get off on the next stop. And the
oh my God, he still fucked you off.
Yeah. No, to be fair, he was a really nice guy. He was like, look, it's fine. Just get off. He did say to go to your next stop. But then the guy was like, we're on the wrong train, and we got on the wrong. All of this never needed to happen. We got on the wrong fucking train. I got off the train and took a picture with the ticket guy for evidence that this had all happened. I look at it in the morning like, what is my fucking life?
Had you pulled your pants up yet?
Yeah, they were still by my ankles. I got him to sign them, autograph. No, fucking hell. So, I'm the problem.
I knew I recognised you from somewhere.
I thought that was going to be like, moral of the story is that's how you get a free ticket, but you got booted off.
No, we got booted off, but at the same time, we were on the wrong fucking train.
Yeah,
anyway,
true.
we had to go back to Manchester Piccadilly, so actually, I'm glad.
Did you a favour?
Oh my god.
Do you know what's so bad though? I've kind of seen like that about to happen to someone. Do you know, like the door, they've not locked that door there, and someone else going in, but not. I've just sat back.
I
and
can't
watched
believe
the
it
chaos
genuinely
play out.
happened. It was like a fucking cartoon. Do you know what I mean? Like
You
Tom
do
and Jerry
make it
cartoon
like
or some shit.
unnecessarily tricky. They do like way unnecessarily tricky.
What,
but
the button says open and then the button says lock.
yeah, but like it's, I can
Inside.
understand how it happens. Do you know what I mean? I can understand
I think
how
like it might have been like an accidental double tap or something like.
Yeah.
do you know, like,
Okay. All right,
it's
like-
when
fair
you're
enough.
hammered, of course.
Of
Yeah.
course, yeah.
I remember seeing a story on, I think it was Reddit, and if I'd seen it though, I'm sure I would have told it on the pod, but there was some guy who basically said that he had to help an old lady on the train, like to go for a piss basically, because she was blind, right? But all that he could do, I'm trying to fucking remember the story, he basically had to go in, but obviously the way, because you have to lock it from inside, you have to close the door from inside and lock it. He didn't want anyone to get like to walk in on it, so he's had to just sort of almost lock himself in while she has a piss, right? And he's just sort of stood there like not looking or anything, but then he didn't lock the door, someone's opened it, and he's just just a guy watching some disabled woman.
It would have been better if he just stood on the other side. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have literally just stood. Oh, someone's in there.
Yeah.
Do you know
I
what I mean?
swear I've seen that online somewhere. It's
Did he have his
some
hands in
sort
his
of-
pockets as well? That sounds convenient. Fucking dodgy bastard. He had ulterior motives, him. You literally just stand on the other side of the door. It's as simple as that. Oh, I had to go in and press the button because she couldn't possibly do it.
I mean, I don't remember the story all that well. Maybe the man was a hero. Do not take
Well, he's not in my eyes,
Let's
you
not judge
creepy
him based
bastard.
on my half-told story that I heard about a year ago. That I don't quite remember. Fucking hell.
Have you ever used hair removal cream? Just to
I
cycle
have.
back to the.
Yeah, I have.
Burns like fuck. He wasn't wrong.
No, he's not.
I used it on like my chest and my stomach and that, and it just hit me.
Because you like.
I was gonna say you like really hairy.
No, not really, but like
You'll just.
shaving just like itches and that, doesn't it? And I don't really shave now anyway because I'm a grown boy. I'm a real boy. But yeah, like back in the day and that I used to and you
On
had
the
to,
chest, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it just because
But you
what
didn't really
little
get
hair
rid of
that
it,
was there? It was like embarrassing. You had to like smooth it out.
Was it like 5?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Why have you asked me the question just to mock me?
No, well,
I feel hurt.
To be fair, I mean, I've only
Don't ask me about hair removal cream and then mock me for my lack of hair. What is this?
Did
Yeah,
you burn
pretty
yourself though?
No, not that I remember. I remember it not really working too well. It smells horrific also.
Oh, it smells so
Yeah,
bad.
the
That's
smell
like
haunt
top
me
worst
forever.
smells.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
I used it on my ass once.
Like hole?
I feel like you've told this story.
Yeah.
Like on like cheek or hole?
No, like
Both?
just well, I mean, I don't know where one starts and the other ends. To be honest with you, it's all one fucking.
No, but like I feel like it's more like it will burn more if it's on like
Yeah, it wasn't
the
hot.
inside of you.
Well, I've got a fuzzy peach. What else? I don't know how else to say it. I've got a fuzzy little peach.
I was gonna say smooth, but no.
No, it's not smooth. And I was curious. I thought it'd just be. I've never shaved it, and I was like, this will be like easier. Do you know what I mean?
I'm a big believer in shaving all the nether regions, to be fair. I shave my arsehole. I feel like I've told you that before.
Yeah, I think I do as well. If I'm not imacking.
Am I the only one who doesn't?
You're married though.
Every time.
She's stuck.
I mean, well, to be fair,
It's just cleaner, innit?
She applied the cream for me.
Oh my
Nah, too far.
Stop
Goodbye.
it, man.
Why do
You
you
been
think? Why do you think I married her? She's so cool. She fucking puts up with my shit.
Where did you find her?
I am in a fucking forklift truck in a builder shop. No, we just like victims of circumstance. We were both working in the same shop, and I won her over as a friend. So then, do you know what I mean? There was
The
no
more you
sort of,
describe Beck, though, the more it makes me feel like she just wanted a green card. Do you know what I mean? She's put up with so much. Like she's not
from Anfield.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like the only way I could ever envision putting up with this much shit is if I was desperate to live here forever.
So,
like if
all
I'm
right.
fucking from Australia or something, or the States, and I want to live in the UK, and the only thing I can think
That's
of.
the only reason why.
Beat this fat
I'm never,
cunt's ass.
I'm never doing it out of love. I'll just go and date someone that doesn't have a hairy ass.
Well, it is out of love though, because there's a chance of serious injury with the burning. So I was like, babe, I don't want to hurt myself. I know it's bad, but please.
Why were you
can
beating
help
your
me?
asshole?
Because I just wanted to know how the other half live. I just wanted to know what it was like.
Did it like get into your head though? Like, had you seen like an advert? Like, I'm struggling to understand. Like, at what point did you just wake up like, I really fancy to see what an unfluffy arse looks like?
I
today
just wanted to
in the
feel
mirror?
like I just wanted to be smooth.
It was in his
It's not
security
so
box
bad.
in his local Tesco, and he was like, I want to buy that.
Check
Yeah,
that
it's a
box.
luxury item.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to know what it was like to be smooth, and to be honest, it was worse. Being smooth was worse.
Oh, no. That's
Yeah.
cleaner.
Are you messing?
No.
I'm thinking worse than what though? Like what? I'm
Just in terms of like comfort, and then the grow back, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, and then obviously I'm
But
not
you just
gonna.
don't let it grow back that much. Just get rid of it again.
What do you mean? Just get rid of it again?
When it starts to grow
How
back.
do you think I am? I'm not reaching back
I was
there.
gonna say
I'm
that's
not
at
doing
least 3
squats.
times a week as well, isn't it?
Yeah, where he's
Where-
concerned. Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm like one of those cats. Me. What are they
Yeah.
called?
Sphinx.
That one.
I'm like one of those cats.
Yeah.
I just
One
I
of those
thought,
cats that looks like an alien.
they're horrible, by the way. People
Yeah.
fucking
Oh,
love them.
I've got
but
one
they're
in my
expensive.
life. and my
I'm so sorry.
girlfriends-
They're amazing.
No,
I love them.
I hate all animals, so you're fine.
Has your missus got one of them?
My missus' housemate, but like, yeah, they're like this specific one is really sweet, but like as a general, I think they look horrible.
Yeah.
Like it's only because I'm used to her now, but like she is a ball sack. Like
Yeah.
she's a walking ball sack.
Yeah.
It is quite gross,
Just pure
but
scrotum.
you do get used to it. You can have dress her up and stuff.
Is your missus housemate gay as well?
Yes.
Yeah, that's so mad that she's living with a ball sack whilst being gay. I find that so, you know what I mean? Like just living with what you essentially don't want near you. I mean, that's all Beck does.
The accuracy.
Fucking hell, man.
Oh, dear.
Well, she's a hero. She really is.
She's a hero. I've
Do you
actually
think
got a
if you split
photo of
up-
the moment.
Do you think if you split up, you'd find another one?
I mean,
Do you
I
already
want
say that
to.
there's like
Sorry,
a
I should've
person
laughed.
out there for everyone? Like,
got mine.
do you reckon you found yours?
I think so. Yeah. I
Do you
don't.
reckon Beck's found hers?
No. So I knew you were going to lead me into saying that, and I don't want her to fucking realise it. All right.
She doesn't watch this.
She's locked in now, though, isn't she? How long you been like married?
We're married since September.
Oh, she can still
together-
annul it. Then you've got a year.
Been together
Oh,
since
really?
2015.
Yeah.
Don't be giving it right.
I
Cut
found this
that.
out like last week. Apparently.
Do you remember? I've got photographic evidence of you eating my ass, and if you don't, I've already put it out there on the internet.
Hang about.
So if you don't
Hang
want that-
about. Hang about. Hi, babe. Will you beat my arsehole? Yeah, no worries. I'm going to film it too. What?
What for?
I
What are you on about?
Film it. I was just on the bed like this.
Face down,
Wait,
ass
hold
up,
on. I was
bad
on the bed
girls
like
do
that.
it
That's
well.
not the way I thought you would be. I don't
Wait,
know.
hang on. Yeah, why are you in stirrups? Why you not got your ass in the air?
The visual was so funny, and the misery on her face. She had like the gloves on for the beat. I just saw, oh, this face.
You could have
is
got
funny.
that same misery
So I've
just
got-
having sex.
I've got the. She knew how we don't have sex with me underneath like that.
Never tried pegging?
Not yet.
Fuck
Not
yeah,
yet.
now.
But yeah, it was a funny visual, just like my feet and looking devastated.
Yeah.
I'm a nice person, really, Star. I am.
thanks
I'm
for
a nice
letting me know.
person. That's why she did it.
You've really made Lauren Smith's date kind of look like the perfect man.
Oh, that was date one. We'd been together for at least 2 months at that point.
At least 2 months.
Yeah, no.
You mean the honeymoon period?
No, they joke. We were living together by then.
Right.
Oh, I was going
Mum
to
and dad
say
still.
2 months.
No.
Fuck.
It's when we had our own place.
We don't
Right.
even know the surname at
Hang
2
on,
months.
so you had your own place at one stage?
Yeah, we were renting.
And you've gone backwards?
Yes, cheaper, innit?
You're a fucking smooth operator, you. How have you fucking convinced? Hey, babe, do you want to wax my arsehole, essentially? And also, can I live with your mum and dad? Because I'm tired of paying these bills. Fuck it, I
I'm a charmer.
underestimate you. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
charming.
What a man. Fucking hell. Star, thanks so much for coming on. We really
Oh.
appreciate it. If you're new to the podcast and you're watching because stars aren't, first of all, we appreciate it. Thank you. And we do a section at the end called Off Your Chest where we invite the guest or a listener. If you want to send anything in, spreadnegativitypod@gmail.com. We'd appreciate it. But Star, have you got anything you want to get off your chest?
Yeah, I'll make it short and sweet. I hope this will be short and sweet.
have
I
to.
firmly.
Not in a rush.
Fair enough. Lock
Unpack
in,
the trauma.
strap in. No, I am a firm believer that disabled toilets should be allowed to be used by normal people in some circumstances. Let me elaborate. I am allergic. I'm allergic to a protein in fruit, nuts, and veg, right? And I went for dinner with my girlfriend the other day. So I'm allergic to a lot of stuff, but like some things affect me more than others. So basically, I need an exit route. If in 15 minutes after I eat my dinner, I feel something occurring within me, such as vomit, shit myself, or anaphylactic shock. So I went for dinner with my girlfriend, and usually I scope out where the toilets are just in case such a thing happens. Yeah. And it was 2 floors. The main toilets were downstairs, but the disabled toilet was in between the bar and the kitchen and was used by all the staff, and it had a lock on the door. So, like, I'm not being funny. I needed to shit myself. Like, it was bad. Like you outside earlier, that was me. Like, I was
shit
like,
version.
And usually I would go to the disabled toilet because it's on its own. I mean, my arsehole is going to echo all around this room. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, babe, it's like, it happens on 15 minutes as well. I was like, babe, 15 minutes has happened. I'm going downstairs. Went downstairs, found the toilet. One of them's out of order. There's one left. One toilet, no music. That is the worst scenario that you want because someone can still come in, try the other door. Anyway, do my business, but it happens 3 times more whilst I'm in this restaurant. The final time, I'm downstairs. I'm not joking. Like, my arsehole is playing the tune of Gangnam Style out of... It's bad. It's so bad. What? And I finished and the woman just goes, ha! And I was like, fucking hell. I come back upstairs. The woman's been sat at the table next to mine. What makes it worse is the table behind me then goes... Are you Star Holroyd off TikTok? And I was like, because you put a lock on your disabled... This is what I mean. I'm not disabled, but I have an allergy that requires a disabled toilet or a toilet on its own. And that's what I'm getting off my chest. Fuck you.
I like to think that, so they recognised you for your TikTok at that point, but I like to think somewhere down the line a similar situation will occur and they'll recognise you from the echo of your farts.
Oh, literally, I could make a tune from it. Do you know what I mean? It is recognisable.
Can I change your life a little bit?
How?
So as someone that's got a disabled mother, I know a thing or two about disabled toilets.
Okay.
You are allowed to use the disabled toilet if there isn't a disabled person waiting. They get priority. Obviously, this one, what you're talking about, they have the key. My mum's got the same special key that unlocks all of them, essentially. But for the typical disabled toilets that you see everywhere where you can just walk in, if there's no disabled people around, you're allowed to use it.
See,
and when you walk out and they fucking judge you, just remind them of that fucking rule.
Like, not all disabilities are invisible. But I was literally like, no one wants to be in this situation. I can't stop this from happening. But it was the lock on the door that, like, disturbed. Like, I didn't want to be like, hello, I think I should use this, even though it doesn't look like it's for me. And that's why I wanted to get off my chest.
Well, Aaron gave you the more political answer about why you have a right to use that toilet. I've got the more scummy answer in that my mum's also disabled, and that key he was talking about that can open the doors, you can buy them on Amazon. So fuck the system. And fucking get yourself one of them keys because you do have a right to use that toilet.
I needed it. To be fair, it is a syndrome, so I don't know if that classes me for a key.
I think it does.
Yeah.
I think if it's the alternative is shitting all over the floor of the restaurant.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think they want that. But I was just deterred by the fact that it was like next to the kitchen. I had to ask for the key. So I mean, that should be like more readily available.
Yeah,
I feel like looking at the two of you here talk about this, it's the start of a beautiful friendship.
Makes sense.
Like, you've got so much in common. You know what I mean?
I didn't even mean to have so much arsehole chat. It just like naturally came.
Well, you fit in perfectly. We appreciate it. Thanks so much for coming on. Have you got anything you want to plug?
Me? Star Holroyd on all of my socials.
Sick.
Yeah. I do a course on how to make a lot of money on TikTok as well, if anyone fancies that. Part of it's free. Not all of it. Yeah.
Do you do a course on how to stop shitting yourself in public spaces?
No, but if anyone does, let me know. I'll buy it.
Sick. So just Star Holroyd, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff.
I don't use Twitter. Like, you can find me on there, but I haven't posted since like 2018.
We don't.
Yeah,
not interested.
Yeah, just Star Holroyd on everything.
Good stuff. Thanks so much for coming on. My solo show, when this goes out, I think this is going out on like the 15th of May, something like that. My solo show is going to be around 6 days from them in Manchester. There's another one in June, 25th of June, and in Liverpool on the 25th of May as well. 4th of June in London. Please get your tickets. I would really appreciate it. Start, give us 3 things that you hate.
Oh, salad in a sandwich doesn't belong there. Piers Morgan.
I'm not going to be shocked about that one.
I'm going to cut that to make you look really right-wing now. Let's chop that together.
The yellow foam you get inside sofas.
Oh, it is creepy, that, isn't it?
Horrible.
Have you ever touched it?
Oh yeah, I know what you're
I want to
saying.
bite all my
yeah.
fingernails off.
Yeah.
Yeah, hate it all.
I'm
Yeah,
sad
I
you
back
brought it
that.
up. It's horrible.
I reckon if we opened Piers Morgan, that would be in there.